Imagine buying a brand new SUV for $60,000. Luxury interior, big touchscreen, powerful engine. You feel like you made a smart purchase. But fast forward 3 years later, that same SUV is now worth as little as $33,000, almost half of what you paid. Today, we're breaking down why this happens. Numbers, real market data, and the hidden financial mechanics most buyers never see. Let's begin. According to recent industry data, new cars lose up to 50% of their value within the first 3 years. And luxury or premium SUVs often lose even more. Depreciation tends to follow a pattern. Year 1, approximately 22 to 27% lost. Year 2, approximately 35 to 42% lost. Year 3, approximately 46 to 54% lost overall. That means after 3 years, your $60,000 SUV might only be worth about $32,000 to $34,000. Now, let's break down why. Reason number 1, market oversupply and discounters. Many SUVs start losing value rapidly, not because they're unreliable, but because supply outweighs demand in the used market. Take actual resale data, for example. A Lincoln Navigator with an original price around $83,000 drops to about $44,000 after 3 years, a 47% depreciation. Mazda's new CX-90, originally around $37,800, drops to an average of $21,300 after 3 years, roughly a 44% loss. This isn't about reliability. It's about supply dynamics and heavy discounting by dealers. When new inventory is heavily discounted, used values collapse. Reason number 2, tech obsolescence. In 2026, SUVs aren't just vehicles. They're computers on wheels, infotainment systems, digital dashboards, advanced driver assistance. But tech becomes outdated faster than engines. A $60,000 SUV with last-generation software suddenly looks old next to a newly redesigned competitor. That perception of being outdated reduces resale demand and sharply cuts used value. This is not mechanical failure, it's psychological depreciation. Reason number 3, warranty fear. Most larger SUVs have a 3 to 4 year warranty. And guess what? That's exactly when depreciation spikes. Buyers avoid vehicles with expensive systems after warranty because air suspension scares buyers. Complex electronics increase perceived risk. Turbo engines get expensive to repair, even if the car rarely breaks. Perceived repair risk alone lowers demand and value significantly. A real example, the luxury SUV trap. Let's look at real resale patterns across SUV segments. Data from used car markets show Lincoln Navigator, approximately 47% depreciation after 3 years. Mazda CX-90, approximately 44% depreciation after 3 years. And if we expand beyond 3 years to 5 years, for context, Infiniti QX80 loses around 58% plus of its value over 5 years. BMW X5 loses approximately 58% plus. This means SUVs that hold promise new often end up in the big depreciation bucket as soon as they hit the used market. Hidden costs. People ignore depreciation is just one part. Now add insurance, hire for expensive SUVs, maintenance and tires, registration fees, opportunity cost of money tied up in a car. According to an industry ownership study, depreciation alone accounts for more than $4,300 per year in losses for new cars, more than any other ownership cost. So far, depreciation plus ownership can cost over $12,000 in 3 years. And that's before fuel and insurance. This turns a $60,000 SUV into a much deeper financial hole than most buyers anticipate. Opportunity cost. Let's say you bought a $60,000 SUV and put $10,000 down. What if that $10,000 was invested instead? Within 3 years, at modest returns, you could earn extra cash you now lose through depreciation. This is the real financial trap. It's not just what the SUV costs, it's what you could have done with that money instead. Vehicles are consumption assets, not investments. Real depreciation comparison. Look at segment trends. Average car retention after 3 years is only about 46 to 54% of original MSRP. Some SUVs like Toyota Tacoma pickup hold better, losing approximately 17 to 19% over 3 years. But SUVs in premium segments don't. That contrast shows how much brand and segment strategy matters. Reliable, lower-priced models can hold value. Luxury SUVs often don't. So is every $60,000 SUV a trap? Not always. If a model retains reputation, has low supply, has slower tech churn, has low ownership anxiety, then some retain value better. But right now, many $60,000 SUVs, especially premium-oriented ones, lose 40 to 50% of value by year 3. And that's not a coincidence. It's built into market psychology, supply, and perception. Before your next big purchase, ask yourself, how much will this cost me in 3 years? Not monthly payments, not smile room features, but real dollars lost. Because once you see the financial mechanics behind depreciation, you stop buying emotionally and start thinking like an investor. If you want more data-driven car breakdowns, you're in the right place. Here, we don't just review cars, we analyze their real financial impact